You are an expendable prisoner, a ghost in the system, but you're offered a deal by a shadowy corporation named Urbanshade. Journey to the bottom of the ocean, retrieve something for them, and in return, you get your freedom and a fortune that could change your life. The only catch, you have to survive what's waiting for you in the crushing darkness. This is the deadly offer at the heart of the Roblox horror game, Pressure, a game that drops you into the Hadal Blacksite, a secret research facility built by the Urbanshade Corporation at the bottom of a newly discovered abyssal trench. Your mission: navigate 100 randomly generated rooms, secure loose corporate assets, and retrieve their ultimate prize, a mysterious powerful object known only as the Crystal. But you are not alone down there. The facility is now a hunting ground, and you are the prey. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Whelm, and today we're diving into the incredibly dense lore of Pressure. We're going to break down the sinister history of the Urbanshade Corporation, the cataclysmic event that led to the Blacksite's lockdown, and every single creature standing between you and your freedom. So take a deep breath and let's get started. To understand the horror of the Hadal Blacksite, you first have to understand the corporation that built it. Urbanshade was founded in 1977 by a man known only as Mr. Shade, with one simple goal: make as much money as possible. Initially, they specialized in typical corporate ventures like goods and services and private security. But during one of these jobs, they discovered their first anomaly and saw its potential for profit. From that point on, Urbanshade's main objective became exploiting the anomalous. They operate on a brutal principle. If an anomaly is profitable, they keep it. Otherwise, it's destroyed, sold off, or contained. Their portfolio of horrors is vast, including the Valkulo void mass and asteroid-borne substances used to create hyper-effective ammunition, and a hunted revolver called the Redeemer. This gun summons a demon named Hanger to force its wielder into suicide, a tool Urbanshade clinically uses for contractual assassinations by either ensuring the target's death or scaring them into buying a protection plan. In 1961, Urbanshade operations discovered a previously unknown abyssal trench in the Norwegian Sea. What made this trench special was a bizarre physical anomaly. At a depth of 67,320 studs, the immense crushing water pressure suddenly shifts to that of a regular swimming pool. This area below the pressure shift is called the Let Van Zone, and the line where it happens is the Veil. Seeing a location completely hidden from the world and outside of any government restrictions, Urbanshade blacklisted the information and began construction of the Hadal Blacksite in 1962, using convicts as their primary labor force. To prevent escapees, they designed the Prisoner Diving Gear, or PDG, a suit equipped with a remotely detonated shotgun shell aimed directly at the wearer's neck. After its creation, escape attempts dropped by 98%. The Let Van Zone is not uninhabited. During construction, Urbanshade discovered several new life forms. The most dominant are the Searchlights, massive well-sized organisms with 4 giant glowing eyes. There's the Angler, a creature made of smoke whose face is always looking forward no matter the viewing angle, a phenomenon that remains unexplained. The Angler is so dangerous, Urbanshade keeps it not for profit but as a weapon of mutually assured destruction, to be dropped on the headquarters of any rival who dares to expose him. They also found Pandemonium, a living trash heap that digests anything from carrion to plastic. Other discoveries include the Wall Dwellers, creatures with drywall-like skin that can camouflage perfectly into walls before attacking. The Squiddles, which induce mass hysteria and appear as a person's greatest fear, and the Abomination, the last of a species of giant horned reptiles that was brutally experimented on to harvest its blood for use in luxury cosmetics. The entire facility is powered by its greatest discovery. In 1967, Urbanshade found the skeletal remains of the Norse god, Thor. One of his 4 finger bones was still glowing with immense electrical energy. They took this bone, now called the Crystal, and built a massive reactor shaft for it, powering the facility and selling the leftover energy to Europe. But the facility's downfall came from within. The main catalyst is Sebastian Solace, a prisoner framed for a murder he didn't commit. After being subjected to horrific experiments to give him gills, it was discovered he was actually innocent. But instead of being freed, Urbanshade kept him imprisoned, a decision that would prove fatal. On October 14, 2025, Sebastian faked succumbing to anesthesia, killed the guard, and used his keycard to intentionally release as many anomalies as he could, triggering a site-wide lockdown. Sebastian's revenge was swift and chaotic. He stole the mask of sadness and forced it onto an unsuspecting employee, who transformed into a horrifying meat blob and assimilated 108 victims. He disabled the containment for the vacuola mass, spawning thousands of hostile puddles of acid goo throughout the facility. He even released Infestation, a telekinetic multi-eyed shark, into the open ocean around the Blacksite. With the facility now overrun, Urbanshade initiated the Expendable Protocol, sending in prisoners like the player to retrieve the crystal at any cost. This is where we come in. 2 days into the lockdown, Urbanshade recruiters arrive at a high-security prison to find more expendables, as an estimated 3,000 to 5,000 have already died. We sign up, but a mysterious powerful benefactor named Mr. Lopee has taken an interest in us. For unknown reasons, this ghost-like entity, capable of complete reality alteration, forces Sebastian Solace to aid us. Every time we die, we meet Sebastian in his hideout, where he gives us crucial information about the monsters that killed us, preparing us for our next run. Our journey takes us through hundreds of randomly generated rooms. We're redirected through a broken lunar grav testing track, a failed experiment cargo dock kept running only by the pride and blackmail of its creator, Director Kepler. After fixing the gravity-altering equipment, we finally reach the ridge and the crystal room, where we successfully contain the crystal. But HQ informs us that the external repellent system needs to be repaired before we can escape. Forced to swim outside the facility, we repair the broken power cables while being hunted by 3 separate searchlights. Just as one is about to catch us, it's suddenly stomped on and killed by Lucy, one of Urbanshade's 4 massive trench bleeder mining walkers, which inexplicably moved on its own. We race to the submarine dock 235 and escape. Upon resurfacing, the crystal is delivered to an ancient 119-year-old Mr. Shade. We are then put in a military vehicle where a guardsman reads our official pardon for our false imprisonment. We are given plane tickets and a final warning.
And don't bother telling anyone what you saw. No one will believe you anyway.
So what is the ultimate story of Pressure? It's a tale of unchecked corporate greed so vast it literally made a deal with the devil. In the lore, we learn Urbanshade opened a gateway to a dimension called the Badlands, a version of Hell. There, they ambushed and defeated its guardian angel, making a deal with the devil to ensure their employees would be spared punishment in the afterlife. They can now harvest the captured angel's blood, which can erase a person's sin, and sell it to the churches as pure blood. This corporation has literally monetized salvation. The game's ending leaves 2 huge questions. First, what is Sebastian Solace's plan? We know he survives the lockdown and is last seen waiting for an extraction team from Innovation Inc. after making encrypted broadcasts to Urbanshade's competitors. He didn't just want revenge, he's planning a corporate war. Second, who is the mysterious Mr. Lopee? This ghost is powerful enough to alter reality and force Sebastian to help us. Is he a former victim of Urbanshade? An agent of a higher power? His motivation remains the biggest mystery of all. Let me know your theories. Why do you think Mr. Lopee chose to save us? And what do you think Sebastian's next move against Urbanshade will be? If you enjoyed this incredibly deep dive into the world of Pressure, please make sure to smash that like button, share and subscribe for more explorations of dark and fascinating horror games. Thanks for watching, I'm Matt Whelm, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and don't accept any deals that sound too good to be true.